As if running a multimedia studio, building a YouTube channel, and suddenly launching a coaching service wasn't already enough to manage, I did have this massive realization that I am a full human being. So I have interests and aspirations outside of my business. So now I'm suddenly writing a book, pursuing an advanced degree, and still trying to make it big on YouTube. So that's completely reasonable. Hello, my beautiful entrepreneurs. My name is Tabitha Bear, and this is A Hot Mess Builds an Empire. I let you know at the beginning of every episode that I have absolutely no idea what it is that I'm doing, but I'm doing it with the energy of someone who's tripped and is making a career out of the fall. Okay, so let's dive into it. What was with that fully loaded hook at the beginning of the video? Advanced degrees, running a multimedia studio, building a big YouTube channel. What is happening over there? I know, I know. But listen, so so I needed to do something that was not business related. I needed to. But I needed to have something to do while I was recuperating because I was going crazy. Like this whole like you wake up to lay down and rest was just not sitting well with me. I have been productive. I have been working since I was 14. I've always been productive doing something, right? Like some type of job, some type of something. So this was really difficult to rest. So I decided I was going to write. I used to write for fun all the time. And I love sci fi and fantasy. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a sci fi novel or maybe like a sci fi fantasy or like some type of steampunk something or another. Like I was just like, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to write it. And then I don't even know how it happened. I was researching something for the novel. Like I was trying to describe something. So I was looking it up on Google to like see a picture of it so I could describe. And then I came across an article about a woman in history, and it just turned into a women's history rabbit hole. And now I am writing a women's history book, which is pretty on brand considering I have World Her Story as a brand in my company. But this has turned into just something that I'm really excited about. I'm really passionate about. I wasn't expecting to write a women's history book, but I'm having so much fun. As you can see, I have just a plethora of history books that I've been collecting, and right here are my some French uh vocab and verb books because um I'm pretty good at French, but I'm a little rusty. So I'm trying to work my way back up into that because I have been reading French gossip pamphlets and I would like to be able to decipher them a little bit easier. But yeah, so it's just been like this really cool undertaking that really isn't affiliated with my business. And the reason why it's not affiliated with my business is because I am going to be pursuing a traditional path with this book. I feel like because it is a nonfiction book, I want to do it justice. I want to do the women justice that I'm talking about in the book. And I think going a traditional route allows me to have better support for that. So I am seeking an agent, I am seeking a publisher. I will be occasionally updating about that on here just for anybody who might be interested. I might throw some little twinkles of my publishing journey in there, but it it's just one of those things that it's not affiliated with my business really technically. Um so it's just something that kind of came out of nowhere, truly out of nowhere, but I'm really excited about it and it's just something different for me to do. Um and then the advanced degree thing. I just, I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? Dr. Tabby Bear has a really great ring to it. Dr. Bear. Like, I'm reading this book by Dr. Bear on women's history. It just sounds so good. So, how could I? pass up getting advanced degrees because I would have to get my master's first too. But why would I pass up being Dr. Bear? Hello? I mean, it just makes so much sense. But listen, listen. I think as entrepreneurs, especially when we first start out, we really lose ourselves in the business. There is like a whole point to me sharing this non-entrepreneurial story. But we completely lose ourselves in the business. We really do. We sacrifice everything, time with family, time with friends. We sacrifice our hobbies, our passions, whatever to pursue being an entrepreneur about whatever it is that your business is about. Your business could be about your passion or hobby. It could very well be I love to knit, so I'm teaching people how to knit. That's amazing. But when you add in that entrepreneurial aspect, it changes it, right? It changes how it is that you look at everything that it is that you're doing because suddenly it's about, well, I have to do this today, but how much content can I get out of it? What can I make from it? How can I sell this? Like you start thinking about all the things that go along with running your own business and trying to get that visibility and trying to put yourself out there. It's not just, I'm going to sit down and knit anymore, right? And the same thing goes for me writing, and the same thing goes for me creating something, or the same thing went for when I was a photographer. It went from I love hiking and taking pictures of landscapes to got to make sure I get up at 4 a.m., got to make sure my GoPro's on so that it's getting footage of me hiking so I can use that later for content. Got to make sure I have battery packs so that this way I can keep filming on my phone or whatever. Like there's all these things that suddenly went into my journey that I went from just hiking and carrying a camera to hiking and carrying like 30 pounds worth of gear just to make sure that I was capturing every single moment. And that was that change in entrepreneurship where it was like, I want that visibility. I want this. I want that. And I don't think it was 35 pounds of gear. That's actually quite heavy, but you understand what it is that I'm saying here. So, you know, as I continue to talk about the entrepreneurship journey on here, I just want to be very clear that I think it's really important that you take time for yourself. Whatever realistic time that you have for your business, right? And I know that when we sit there and we go, like, this is the time I have for my business, and we block out literally all the extra time, take like a sliver of that off, I don't, 10%, and save it for you. That could be anything from, you know what? Once a week, I'm going to get about 2 hours worth of reading a book in. It could be something as simple as going outside and getting some sun on your face, walking around the block a little bit, get some fresh air. Don't bring your phone, don't scroll, don't do that to yourself. Like literally disconnect and be present in the moment. Take your kids down to the park and watch them scream and have fun on the playground. You know what I mean? Like do something that is for you or for your family and just like disassociate from your business because it is so easy to get lost in it and completely burn out. I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned as an entrepreneur is that I forgot that I'm a full human being. And what that means is like you have multiple interests. You are a complex being. Your brain needs change the same way muscles need to be exercised differently over courses of time, right? Your brain needs that change. It needs to be developed in different ways and it needs different things to be happening because if every day you're just recording a reel, editing a reel, posting it on Instagram, engaging on Instagram, talking about the same thing, you're going to get bored. Your brain is literally going to get bored. And then you kind of feel this weird resentment or like tiredness around it. And then it slowly starts into the slow crash and burn. So do things for yourself. Like acknowledge the fact that you are a complex human being and you have other interests and aspirations that are outside of your business. Now, it could be something as simple as like I just want to get certified in Microsoft Excel. I don't know. Um, I watched The Big Bang Theory and I was reminded of there's this one episode where Sheldon Cooper says, I pursued one of my lesser dreams, and he became like a notary or something like that. And I just thought that was so interesting. Like, one of my lesser dreams. It's still a dream. Even if you want to refer to it as a lesser dream, that's okay. But it's still a dream to do something. It still shows that you are a complex person, and there are other things that it is that you want to do and other things that it is that you want to achieve in your life. And I just feel like we lose ourselves. We sacrifice so much when we become entrepreneurs that we forget that we have lesser dreams or other aspirations. So I just wanted to share this little personal update with you because I just felt like there was something really good that could come out of this conversation. So even though, yes, it's not affiliated with my entrepreneurial journey in the specific sense that it's doing anything for my company right now. I mean, eventually it'll be like, oh, Dr. Bear's company or whatever, I'm sure it'll be different down the line. But for right now, it's something I'm doing for myself outside of my business. And I think that's just like really important to acknowledge that you have those things that you want to do. And I think too, I see so many young entrepreneurs, which is fantastic. I think that's fantastic. Like so many people who are like, I'm 19 and I'm going to run my own business, but I want to finish school. And it's so possible to be that person that you're getting your degree. And it could be like me, where it's a history degree. And it's not really affiliated specifically with being an entrepreneur of a multimedia studio, right? Um, Now where that history degree comes in handy is the fact that I have a women's history brand. But um you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying here? Like, I know that there are actors out there who are doctors in neuroscience, right? Or have biology degrees or whatever, but their lifelong pursuit is acting, but they still pursue other things that are affiliated with the science community. So it's just, you are allowed to be complex. You are allowed to have multiple sides and different versions of yourself constantly. So please remember that when you are building your business, to set aside time for you, even if it's everybody in your family knows that this is your chunk of time that you're going to be holed away at the dining room table, putting together everything for your business. At least go, you know what, for 15 minutes, I'm just going to close the laptop. I'm just going to enjoy the silence. People are going to be leaving me alone, and it's going to be awesome for 15 minutes. I know something that I've started doing is I've actually started reading articles on book reviews, um, just out of the blue. But it's something that's so disconnected from what it is that I read and write and produce and create and all that jazz. It's something that's just so out of place that I think it's been working for me. Um, Granted, do I really like reading the book reviews? I haven't really decided yet. This is like a new development the last couple weeks, but I think it's just something different for my brain. Um, it's introducing me to new authors, whether fiction or nonfiction. It's introducing me to um, new books and stuff like that, but also it's introducing me to authors that I've forgotten about, right? Like, somebody will be like, oh, I was really inspired by so and so. And it's like a book from the 70s. And it's like, oh my God, like, totally forgot about that author. Added to my TBR list, or I pull it off the shelf and I kind of skim it if it's something that I have. Hit the microphone. It is officially an episode. Yes. Um but yeah, so I just think it's really important to acknowledge what it is that you have going on in a good way. Um be there for yourself. When you are an entrepreneur, you are the advocate for yourself all in all senses. Your mental health, your well-being, your finances, your business, everything. You are an advocate for it. So when you advocate for your business and you're like, I need to show up for it, I need to do this for it, I need to do that for it, you also need to take that moment to advocate for yourself and to give yourself some space, to give yourself something to do, and it'll make everything better. And just a quick reminder for everybody, my Hot Mess Triage calendar is open. So this is for my day one entrepreneurs out there. If you are just starting your entrepreneurial journey and you are looking for some clarity or like a 30-day plan or something like that, where you just kind of are feeling overwhelmed and it feels like everything's on fire, like I got my LLC and I literally have no idea what I'm doing, book a call with me and let's sort it out. Let's get you figured out, right? So, it's something I've just started. So I did it at the request of you guys. There have been really nice comments, really great DMs just asking me if I would open up my calendar to do some coaching calls. So this is something that's new to me that I'm going to try out. And if it works out, maybe it's something I'll keep doing in the future, but for now it's just a limited time that my books are open for. And yeah, so I hope to see you on the other side of that. Is that what I want to say? I don't know. I don't know how I wanted to phrase that, but it didn't come out exactly how it is that I wanted it to come out. Hold on. But hopefully I will see you at Hot Mess Triage because I truly love learning about other people's businesses because I just think it's so interesting what it is that people come up with, especially going to different conferences and stuff like that. You meet like the coolest people who are on their own entrepreneurial journeys, right? And it's just so interesting to see people who are like I make ramen or I do like protein powder or um I do marketing for marketer. You know what I mean? Like it's just like so crazy the stuff that people come up with, like, and you're just like, oh my God, I would have never thought of that. That's so cool. Like I would totally buy ramen and I do use protein powder. And so it's just really interesting to see what it is that people offer out there. So like just let me know what it is that your business is about. I would love to learn about it. It's just really fascinating for me to see what it is that people are doing out there. Because sometimes the insecurity in me feels like having a multimedia studio is almost a little boring. But then I think about the things that it is that make up my studio, and I'm like, oh no, it's actually pretty interesting, and I'm a pretty cool person. But I guess on the whole, I started as like a travel blogger, and it was very one sided and very like one dimensional. But yeah, I love learning about what it is that people are doing in the world. So please let me know what it is that you're working on, what it is that you're doing. And this ending is really getting away from me for this video. I'm just rambling at this point in time. Honestly, you guys, it is 6 in the morning and I'm trying to get this video done before I go out for the day. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, and my screen actually just blanked out. That's not good. Because I'm just not looking at notes. Not looking at notes. This is me freestyling at 6 in the morning. It is not a good, not a good. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.